Hey there, Michael Leckie is part of my ongoing series about health, well-being, and leadership. And a question came up when I mentioned another video about what I said that I will supplement sometimes my intake of protein to help keep muscle mass up and with working out with protein powders or protein bars. Somebody said, hey, which ones do you like? Well, I'm not really here to endorse. I probably should be. Who else? Maybe I'll get a sponsorship. So, all right, fine. Costco, if you're out there, I like your Kirkland brand protein powder. But I do that mostly because Costco is easy for us to get to and they have a relatively good price on it. But I'll tell you what I do look for. I look for a protein powder that is low in sugars and low in other ingredients. This is a good quality protein supplement. I did a little bit of Googling and said, hey, what is good and what is better, and you can do the same. I can tell you what I found, but probably this is a good one for you to educate yourself a little bit about the different types of things. So do a quick Google search on what are the better protein powders or protein bars out there. Here's what I'll say about it. I try and make sure I use those things as a supplement only. I don't want to be living on manufactured powders and manufactured food. I want to get my protein from more natural sources like, meats and things like that. But I find it can be helpful, especially when I travel, when I don't have the same kind of choice I might want, or I know I'm going to find myself somewhere hungry and eating something, and the likelihood that I'm going to get good natural protein is going to be unusual, because unfortunately, especially in the United States, in my experience, we are just surrounded everywhere by processed and pre-processed and packaged foods, which generally don't have kind of the nutrition we need in them. So I use those things as a supplement at home, and I use those things when I travel, avoiding the refined sugars as much as possible, and really try and focus on doing it with natural foods first if I can. But I would say to you, it's up to everyone to figure out what works for you and to get a supply of that as you need, and just pay attention to your body. Listen to what it's telling you, make some notes about how these foods impact you, how it impacts your goals, weight loss, etc. I hope that was a useful answer to the question. I realize I didn't tell you, hey, here's Michael's top list of 5 proteins, but I think it's so much variety out there and it changes so much that you're probably better off educating yourself about what type of things I want and going from there. Thanks so much and have a great day.